Thank you for sending in those pictures, and please keep them coming. Now, the federal government has begun to make plans for what it describes as a post-Boko Haram era following its pronouncement that it has technically won the war against the Boko Haram militants. The Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dambazao, told the West Africa Conflicts and Security Delegation at a meeting in Abuja that the federal government is working on how to deploy more security operatives to the region to maintain security and stability. Our correspondent, Gloria Umezoke, reports.
Living in overcrowded camps is one ordeal these unfortunate victims of the Boko Haram insurgency have been forced to undergo. Despite their plight, there have been claims that the government is paying lesser attention each day to the displaced persons. But at a meeting with the West Africa Conflict and Security Delegation, the Minister of Interior not only assured of greater safety, but announced that there are plans towards a post-Boko Haram era.
There must be smooth transition between winning the war and the re-establishment of governance in those areas where the war has been won. We will do everything possible to provide stability in that region after the successes of the military, which so far has done very well. Already we've gotten requests and we're working on it to deploy the police and civil defense in that region.
Head of the West Africa Conflict and Security Delegation, Catherine Vase, who visited the minister in Abuja, says the conversation began on violence mapping and strategic risk assessment must continue to holistically win the war.
I would like to talk to you about this roundtable that we are looking to hold in early February, and we are delighted to be continuing to work with the different services that were represented round the table today, and also with the armed forces on these issues.
This is one of many promises in the pipeline, but first, Nigerians are clearly anticipating an era of zero terrorist attacks on innocent citizens. Gloria Umezoke, Channels Television News.
Let's take you now to Abuja, where Linda Ikigbe is standing by with more on the news at 10. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Amarachi, and welcome to Abuja. How to ensure that media houses operate without interference from criminally minded persons appears to be a major concern to the government and the various organizations in the country. To this end, the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, is seeking the support of the police to provide security for media houses. Alhaji Mohammed, who was speaking with members of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria in Abuja, appealed to the media to join in the campaign against insecurity in the country.
The spate of insecurity in the country and how to tackle it headlong is what informed this meeting.
I want to advise you, sir.
In this hall are representatives of broadcast organizations in the country. Key issues that dominated discussions here is how they can key into the federal government's sensitization campaign against terrorism.
The federal government is launching a national security awareness campaign as part of efforts to provide the missing link of the war against terrorism. Specifically, this campaign is aimed at sensitizing Nigerians to the need to support the military.
The meeting was interactive. Top officials of broadcast houses freely expressed their minds on issues that affect them and how the campaign against terrorism can be sustained.
If you want the listener to learn the facilities you have to pay, it is very, very expensive. The 3 days during the Shia military clashes, for 3 days we stayed on hand, providing information to the public, providing the necessary information, guiding the public, calming us, and just basically creating the semblance of some normalcy. You won't believe it, sir. We didn't have a single policeman guiding our facility.
The Minister of Information then responds to their questions. First, there will be a synergy between the ministry and the Nigerian police in providing adequate security for broadcast organizations.
I think we can put our heads together and write the IG. I will sign it personally and I would ask them in very forceful manner that we protect security to all broadcasting premises in Nigeria.
Issues of insecurity in the northeastern part of the country and some media houses has dominated discussions at most meetings. It is hoped that this initiative by the government will provide the necessary security for media houses to allow journalists to work effectively across the country.
In the meantime, the police in Lagos has come up with plans to improve the interaction between members of the public and the police force, especially in the area of reporting crime. To facilitate this, an automated modern technology has been set up at the Command Control Center in Ikeja, Lagos. It is an event tracking and management system for reporting and monitoring crime. Speaking at the launch, the Commissioner of Police, Prt.2, explains that the new measure will ensure the desired police-public interaction.
The conference hall at the police headquarters in Ikeja, Lagos was full to capacity. It's the maiden meeting of all area commanders, divisional police officers and all heads of units in Lagos for the year. The meeting also coincides with other activities.
You can see the icon that shows on top, Smart Police.
First, the launch of this new smartphone police application, created to enhance how distress calls are attended to with operational value advantage.
It is an application we call Smart Police, isn't it? Correct. What the Smart Police is all about is about making reports, making distress calls to the police, and of course giving us an enabling platform to monitor how our policemen react to distress call.
So, how best can Lagosians key into this opportunity available for all smartphone users?
Any smartphone or Android phone or BlackBerry or iPhone to be able to go to the Google Play Store and download for free the application we call Smart Police. Once that application is downloaded onto the phone, you have two choices. The first choice is to either register with your username and a password, or to register as anonymous. Once you download that application called Smart Police and you are in distress or you witness any incident on the go, you can, with that application, just press it, and once you press the panic button, it escalates in the police control room, where our police officers who are in the control room, they will be able to direct the response team, that is patrol teams, near where that distress call is being made.
To wind down the occasion, the state police boss decorated some officers and traffic wardens who are newly promoted within the command and charged them to perform their respective responsibilities diligently.
And staying on matters of crime, doctors working at the Delta State University Teaching Hospital and Medical Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria in the state are not taking the recent kidnap of one of their colleagues lightly. The doctors took their protest to the seat of government in Asaba, where they demanded an unconditional release of their colleague who has been with his captors for over 1 week.
Resident doctors and dental consultants protesting in front of the government house in Asaba, the Delta State capital.
Solidarity forever, we shall always fight for our rights.
These doctors from the Delta State University Teaching Hospital, O'Hara, are demanding for the rescue of their colleague who has been kidnapped for over 1 week.
We are here leading this peaceful march in protest of one of us, Dr. Biabo, who was kidnapped 7 days ago and is yet to be released. We are worried at the high rate of kidnapping in the state. We are not only concerned about doctors, we are concerned about every single Deltan, young or old. If we cannot feel safe in our father's house, in our motherland, where else can we feel safe?
For 7 days now, we've tried to show understanding in the community, show understanding to government, and we have reported to security agencies. But as I speak to you, the doctor is still in the den of the kidnappers, and we all know that that is not a very good condition for somebody who all his life have been working to ensure that patients are cared for.
They were attended to by the Secretary to the State Government, who promised that the government will intervene in the matter.
I want to reassure you that your presence here today, your kind words and your approach, you have given us additional strength to go out and search, peacefully to search and ensure the release of our own, your professional colleague.
The doctor in question now resides in Sapele and was on his way back from work in Sapele. He was kidnapped. He wasn't kidnapped in O'Hara. The police in O'Hara have made sure that they eliminated all those kidnappers in O'Hara. So, but right now, due to security reasons, I won't tell you what the police are doing. But all security agencies, they are together working, and some arrests have been made. And shortly, I'm sure the victim will be released.
The Delta State government is appealing to the residents to provide information and cooperate in helping to flush out kidnappers from the state.
And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Amarachi.
Thanks a lot, Linda. But when the News at 10 returns, a Center for Disease Control in Irwa, Edo State continues a battle for control of Lassa fever. Do join us again.